Hello Geminis, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot. Don't worry, I'm not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. I do that by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or the type of star sign of the person that we are doing the read about. This read is about the Nine of Pentacles, which came out for you in the All Signs overview. That was a new moon in Capricorn. We also had Fehu in reverse, which is basically a financial hardship, maybe lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, that sort of thing. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of saying, well, I think, as I may have said in the All Signs overview, obviously, if the bulk of the people in these reads are having financial hardship, obviously the other side of that coin is there's someone somewhere making the benefits out of that financial hardship. Okay, so it kind of seems to be you. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is all about freedom. Maybe you're finding an independence within your finances. Maybe you're realizing that you're, I don't know, still paying a bill for a Sky or some subscription that you no longer actually use. Stopping that, making the benefit from that. Maybe it's a freedom and independence being spawned out of a lack of, like, self-esteem or a lack of what's the other one, confidence, self-confidence. Okay, so let's have a look at what goes with our Nine of Pentacles. We have got an Eight of Pentacles, we have got work, and we have got the High Priestess. Ooh, going with your intuition, or possibly something you don't know about. Okay, it is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can resonate with you. If this one is not resonating with you, don't worry. Go and check out the All Signs overview. Find one what might resonate with you. Card that you get drawn to for some reason, something like that. And go and check that one out. We all have lots of different star signs in our birth charts. All it really means is maybe you're working off a different birth or different star sign in your birth chart at the moment. Okay, we are dealing with an Eight of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs would be slightly, well, fairly bit older fire sign, maybe sort of 5 to 7 years older than you. This is a person who is somehow linked to this read. And we'll see how they're linked to this read with this card here. But this card here is the situation you are currently going through. That one is how the person is linked with you. This is the outcome the universe is predicting will be the best outcome for you. I say predicting because we all have our own free will. We can all get in the way of the universe's plans with that free will. From the bottom of the deck, we had an overall energy coming off for the read, which is the Knight of Swords. Now, there is a lot of action happening, okay? It's not like you're sitting around doing nothing. You're taking steps forward. Other people are taking steps forward. Things are moving, and they are moving fast with that Knight of Swords. Okay, they are heading truthfully, though, because it's the Nine of Swords. So the situation you are currently in is the Tower. Now, yes, it looks very dramatic with the explosion at the top of the tower, someone diving out of the tower, lightning, and all that malarkey. But all what a tower basically means is there's a big change in your life. Now, this big change could be like a birth of a child. It could be a new pet. It could be your car's broken down and you're having to use public transport, okay, for the first time in your life ever. It just means that there is a big change. Sometimes it can be very bad. Sometimes it can be good, depending on what comes out with it. So we have got an Eight of Swords coming out with it in reverse, the Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. The other thing the Tower tells us about is the fact that there's a star coming out as well at some point. Maybe not right in this read, maybe it's in future reads, but there is a star coming up. Something's happened, and then you tend to wish for something else. Okay, it weren't quite how you wanted it to be, especially if it's a bad thing. What happens? You tend to wish that you could turn back time, for like an example. Okay, so the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse is you're realizing, here we go, little play on the saying, you're realizing that it's not just a bunch of trees around you. You are stuck in the forest. Okay. It's normally the Eight of Swords would be trapped within your own thinking about the same thing over and over again, not being able to divert your thinking into a different way of thinking to get around a problem. You see the problem, and it's just you just keep saying that there's only one way to tackle it. There's only one way to tackle it. The Eight of Swords is saying no, there's not. Well, in reverse, it's saying there's more than one way to tackle it, and this is the realization. It's come from the Hermit. You've sort of took a step back, isolated yourself away from everything else, and you just sat there and thought about it within your own personal being for a little while, instead of listening to what others are saying and telling you, instead of like just keep banging your head against a brick wall because that's the only way you can think of actually getting through that brick wall and things like that. You've taken a step back, you sat down, you've quietened yourself, almost put yourself in a state of meditation. You've looked inwards and you think, well, how would I normally get through a brick wall? I will find a doorway. So instead of just banging your head against the brick wall, you're moving up and down the brick wall, looking for a doorway, looking for a way over the brick wall, whatever it may be. I'm not saying it is a brick wall. It's an example. The Two of Pentacles is a juggling. While this is going on, this has caused the fact that the energies are now overlapping, so to speak. You're dealing with the old energy and the new energy at the same time, which could be making you a bit tired, okay, because you are exerting yourself twice as much on energies and things. But it's also a case of, this could be because we did have Fehu in reverse, which is all about financial hardships and things. Whatever this tower is in your particular life could be causing a bit of a drain on your finances. It could be that subscription I talked about in the overview, yeah, which you've been paying for and you've been paying for and you've been paying for, and this bit here is the realization of, wait a minute, I don't have to keep paying for that. That was a subscription to a beauty magazine that my partner used to get, and well, I'm not with them anymore. So you can stop the subscription. Maybe they went away and they changed the address on it, and they've kept getting it. Okay, so it's kind of that energy. It's sort of like there's a, maybe you keep borrowing money from the future to pay off the current things you got going on now. With the Ace of Wands there, that's a new start happening, but the new start isn't necessarily how you thought it would happen. It is possible that this tower has occurred to take you in a different direction, to push you down a different route you had never even thought about. Okay, and the Ace of Wands is that new start, that new thing actually starting to come into fruition, but it's not the new thing you thought you would be getting. Okay, and so crossing this is the Four of Wands. It is a card of celebration. It's a card of rejoice to a certain extent. It's all about life. Okay, the Four of Wands is basically celebrating life, celebrating births, deaths, and marriages, and all the other anniversaries of things in between all them as well. It is also the minor arcana of the world. It's a new start. Again, it's bouncing off that Ace of Wands quite nicely, and a commitment in your soul. You're feeling committed to actually this new start. You're looking at it, and that might be the new start you're looking at. Maybe this isn't just banging your head against a brick wall. That might be a case that you always thought you were going to be going down a certain route. Let's just say, for example, you always thought you were going to be a Wall Street banker, and you happened to stop one day and you were helping a poor animal after it had been hit by a car, and then you ended up going to the vets with it, and the vets turned around and said, well, if you didn't do what you'd done, this poor animal would have been dead. And you suddenly realize, well, maybe I should be a vet and not a Wall Street banker. And it could be something like that. Okay, I'll spend a long time on the situation. Don't normally spend that long on the situation. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups for the person. Eight of Clubs, our older fire sign, There's a coming, you don't know this older fire sign yet, there's a coming together of energies between you and them. You are going to be meeting them, possibly within this situation, or possibly meeting them will help you with this situation. Maybe they're the vet who told you you should become a vet instead of wasting your time and money on Wall Street banking. Okay, it might not be a vet, maybe it's a midwife, maybe it's a paramedic, maybe it's a fireman, who knows. Okay, but this is definitely blossoming into love for you. Okay. Right. So you're going to be meeting a slightly older fire sign throughout this transition, throughout this tower situation, which is going on above you there. They could be, and most likely at least a soulmate. They could be quite a deep soulmate. There is new love to be had between us. Now, remember, love isn't always about finding a partner and jumping into bed with them. It could sometimes be like love for a dog. And I had this whole vet thing going on up here. Maybe it's you love the dog so much. It's an old Aries dog, and an old fire sign dog, and it gets hit, and you love this dog. Okay, and it's a coming together of energies. Okay, so it could be a dog, it could be a person, the love might be platonic, the love might be romantic. It doesn't matter, but there is love, and it's new love, and it's a sweet, it's an innocent love with the Page of Cups coming out as well. The Page of Cups is also telling us it's a new love, so it's definitely a new person or a new thing which is linking up. Well, it is a person, it's not a thing, it's a person, it's a new person, and yeah, there is a love being formed with this person. The Justice card is saying that this is kind of like the universe giving you what you deserve. Okay, obviously we all go through our lives, and what most of us don't realize is we are always trying, or we're not always trying to help the universe. Sometimes we get in the way of the universe, but the universe is always trying to make a balance, make things even, and sometimes we do acts which help it. Okay, and these acts build up a bit like a loyalty card point system, and when you have enough, it will then reward you like a loyalty card point system, and this is your reward. Maybe you've gone through strings and strings of what you deem as bad relationships, but each one of those relationships, you've helped that person realize what love actually is meant to be about. And now you're getting you've done your 10 broken souls, broken hearts, you fixed those hearts, and now you're getting your heart fixed. You're getting your person to spend the rest of your life with. Okay, with the 4 of Cups at the end there, there is a taste of disappointment with that 4 of Cups. It's also bouncing off that Ace of Wands. It's not what you expected. It's maybe not the sort of perfect dream person you ever thought about, but on the other hand, it is fitting in with a lot of your dreams of what your dream person should be. So maybe the packaging's wrong, but the gift inside is right, if that makes sense. Okay, crossing this is a calming energy. It's taking all the unsureness and turbulence of life away. This is going to settle you down and make you realize that, well, yeah, all this shit's going to go on in the world around me. No matter what I do, I'm just going to keep my little part of it nice, calm, and collect. So the outcome, the King of Pentacles. If you just excuse me for a minute, I'm going to have a sip of my tea and try to soothe my throat a little bit. Ah, well, that's bad. Can't get enough tea, can you? Hopefully you can hear the difference in my voice as well. So, the King of Pentacles, success, mainly. Okay. The King of Pentacles wasn't given his success. He earned his success. And all because I'm saying that he doesn't mean that the outcome is to do with a male or anything like that. It's just literally a he on the card. This can be female, this can be male. Okay. So, yeah. The King of Pentacles is successful. They are generous as well. Once they built up their success and they're sitting pretty on their throne, they're happy to help other people, but only if those people that are showing the willingness to help themselves with something. So it's not like the case that they just give handouts and things. They give them like they say it's a loan. They never expect to see it back, but they say, here, I'll give you this loan, get you up on your feet. Don't worry, there's been no interest on this loan, and you can pay it back whenever you got the money. But that'll get you going again. That'll get you back on your feet. That'll get you into, I don't know, a bed sit for like 2 months, so you can maybe then get a job and a place yourself, etc., etc. Okay, and it's not because they're trying to bump up their own ego or anything. It's more to do with the fact that it is just like, I know what you've been going through. I was in this hardship once myself, but I've worked my way out of it. And remember, we did have that 8 of Pentacles in the cut of the deck. I've worked my way out of it, and I'm now in a much better place because of it. And that's what this card is telling us the outcome is. The outcome is telling us that if you keep working at it, you will get yourself in a much better place because of it. So we got Judgment, which was the card what came flying out of the deck. We got the 10 of Swords, we have got the 3 of Swords, and we have got the 2 of Swords. And a bit of a decline in numbers there, but never mind. So Judgment is all about, well, it's actually about, are you worthy enough? You see, like the King of Pentacles here saying that I will give you a handout to get you back on your feet if you're going to work for it, if you're worthy enough. Are you worthy enough? Are you worthy enough to go on into something new in the future? Or have you not really learnt your lessons, which means you're not worthy enough and you have to go back and resit the exams of life, if you will, and relearn your lessons? Either way, the King of Pentacles is trying to help the universe with that decision, but it could also be about someone or something from your past coming back. Now, this could be saying the outcome for this could be that someone from your past is coming back and sort of helping you out. And it could be this fire sign. They could be from your past. Okay, maybe they're new in a romantic type of way, but maybe they've always been in or around your life somewhere. Okay, maybe they're I don't know, a friend of the family, a brother's friend or something like that, a sister's friend, a parent's friend from work or something. It's someone who's always sort of been there around you throughout your life. For some of you, not all of you, because for some of you it is a brand new person. This is coming together. That two of cups there, they're coming together of energy. But for others of you, it could be just someone who was always there as like a someone, and now you're looking at them as possibly the potential of someone or something else. Okay, but this is moving us to the 10 of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords is an ending. It's normally a painful, hard ending, and when it's with the 3 of Swords, it definitely is a painful ending. Now, this painful ending is possibly a change in your life. It could be this tower up here. Maybe I said all sorts of things for that tower. That tower could also be you cleaning your act up. Okay, maybe you're an addict. Maybe you're a gambler. Maybe you're an alcoholic. Maybe you're onto something heavier and harder than that. And this tower could be the cold turkey. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm cutting it out. Okay? And that's what this painful ending is. So, yes, but there's success with this, because this person, this King of Pentacles, and this person here, this older fire sign, could be that person in that position of success and willingness to help you, could be the ones helping you and guiding you through it. But it is your difficult choice to make. Like I said, this is a difficult, painful ending. There's the pain, there's the difficult. Okay, the 2 of Swords is literally a difficult choice to make. It is also a card of reconciling. Okay, well, most of the time you don't actually have to reconcile with anyone else. You only really have to reconcile with yourself. Crossing this is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is all about burdens, shedding the burdens, releasing the burdens, or sometimes gaining the burdens and then plodding on with those burdens. And it's saying that you're burdened at the moment, but with this 10 here and this 10 here and this judgment, which is a 20, which is 2 10s, but it's also an ending card. Okay, this is, after this you have a beginning. Either way round, if you go back to the Fool or go on to the World, that's a beginning. This is an end. With these 3 ending cards all coming out here, it's saying that something new is definitely on the horizon for you. Okay, well, we do have 2 aces out there, but I don't think they're the new this is all implying to. I think there's a bigger, better new coming in for you, Geminis. So let's have a look at what this bigger, better new might be. And I've decided I'm not going to do this on all the reads this time round. It's just if something crops up, something like this bigger, better new. Okay. So there we go. There's the card what will come out for that. Our bigger, better new for you is working on something new with a team, possibly. Now this could be talking about like that whole veterinarian thing, like if you were like, or maybe you were a vet and you find that you have a very good talent with guessing the trends in stocks, and you become a Wall Street banker. But it's whatever it is, it's working on something new, working on something with a team. Teamwork makes dream work. Maybe try not to take everything on yourself. Yeah, maybe accept the fact that it's not all about you. Okay, so we have the Lovers, we have the Page of Wands, we have the 3 of Wands, and we have that 9 of Wands coming out. I don't know why I called it that 9 of Wands, because we haven't seen a 9 of Wands or anything anywhere in this, but there's a 9 of Wands coming out. Now the Lovers card is first and foremost, it's the universe's choice. This two here, these are your choices. You have the choice to maybe borrow your rent money for next month to pay a gas bill for this month, and then hopefully you will manage to get the money what was meant to be for the gas bill coming later to be in time to pay the rent bill, robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's your choice. It's up to you to do that. And this one, this difficult choice, it's put there. Do you want to stay where you are, which is the easy route, or do you want to break away from it and try for something new, which is the hard route? It's, again, your choice. The Lovers is the universe's choice. It used to be called the choice in other decks. I say other decks, older decks, when tarot decks were first being formed, when they were in their infancy. There are a few cards which have changed their names over the years. The Magician is another one. It used to be called the Cobbler, but now it's the Magician. But anyway, this Lovers is that. It's the universe's preferred choice for you, okay? You working in this team, it's putting this team together to help you with whatever you need help with. But it is also love. It could be where this love is coming from. And with this 2 of Cups, this Ace of Cups, and now the Lovers sitting there on top of all that, and Page of Cups to a certain extent, it's telling you that this is quite a deep love you're going to have forming, okay? And this is the link to this person, for this person. The Page of Wands is telling us well, actually all these ones is telling us this could be about the fire sign quite a lot, but it's also telling us that there's this grabbing hold of the opportunity. We're talking about this new beginning. This new beginning is about working as a team with something, and this is, you will know the opportunity when you see it. It will be taking that leap of faith when you see the opportunity. The intention is already within you. This is something you've thought about once or twice, okay? Or you dream that one day you'll always be able to do, but never really had the precision to go ahead and do it. Maybe it's you never had the finances to go off and do further education or whatever. And the 9 of Wands, it's something you've like defend against people. It's like defending your dream. This could be, okay? It's something I've always wanted to do. I've always set the intentions to do this. I've always wanted to travel the world and have a year-long cruise and not have to work. And this is the dream and defending that dream. Okay, so this is like, so think about what you've always dreamt of, what you've always wanted to do. Okay, the one you've always defended yourself on and defended against other people's, oh, well, that's never going to happen, is it? Yeah. And that is probably the new beginning you are being at least offered out of this situation. And the Seven of Pentacles crossing this is telling us that the ideas for this was planted a long time ago. This is the Three of Wands, the setting the intention, but it's finally coming to the point where it can come into fruition. Okay, if you put this into plant talk, you planted the seeds last year, and now it's time, not quite, but it's getting to the time you can just start to see this. And take a garlic bulb, for instance. You take a little individual garlic clove, you put it in the ground, sort of winter time, the year before you want to pull that garlic out of the ground, and you let it grow. And then when it starts to get ready to be pulled up, the leaves start to die off. And now you can just see the leaves are now starting to die off. So you know it's nearly ready to come to fruition. Obviously, there's still a little bit of work involved. You're going to have to go out and actually pull that garlic. And that's what this is. Yeah, that little bit of work involved. It's a big garlic. Maybe I should have used turnip, because there's a whole story about that one in there. But yeah, it's something like that. Well, Geminis, that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. If it doesn't, don't worry too much. Not every read can resonate with you. As I said earlier, go and check out the All Signs overview. I will try to remember to put a link for it in the description somewhere. Whatever resonates with you, because you are a Gemini doesn't mean that is the energy route you are going down at the moment. As I said, we all have plenty of different star signs in our birth charts, and maybe you're running off one of them at the moment. Or maybe you're actually going to be more in tune with a cross-reading read, so perhaps you might be more in tune with a Sagittarius, because that happens to be the star sign of the person in your life, not necessarily you. And so go and check them out. If you're curious, Sagittarius had Chariot for their card. Okay, so yes, if it didn't resonate, I'm sorry. But thank you for watching, because obviously you're here listening to my apologies for it not registering with you. If you like this, please feel free, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and join the tarot team. Or only if you want to. I'm not twisting your arm or anything. Obviously, leave me a comment if you want to leave me a comment. That's what the comment sections are there for. I try to get back to them as quick as I can, and all that. Now, if there was something you weren't happy about, or you just generally don't like my style, you don't like the way I deliver this, and you never want to see one of my videos again, you can hit that thumbs down button. YouTube will make sure that you don't get my videos as suggestions to you anymore if you do that. Obviously, I prefer it if you didn't, but hey ho, at least I know. Okay, so until the next time I catch you on one of my videos, be good out there.